Well, hello everybody. It's Trash Talk Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. with Brandon and Stuart. And this is going to be kind of an interesting show because we're going to talk trash. And I
Okay.
mean literally talk trash because I got something from the Can You Believe This file? Uh, did you hear about the changes in the trash pickup in North Texas?
Uh, I got to be honest with you. No, I don't.
Th-
Uh,
this one's gonna shake your head. There are more than 26,000 people up in North Texas in our area that are just received notices that even though they live in a community as I do, where there's an alleyway and the trash pickup is in the is in the alley, these 26 plus thousand people plus have got to now take their garbage from the back of their homes and they've got to go put it out in the front of their house on the street every week. Now, the reason for this is the the waste companies who make plenty of money off of us,
mhm.
they went out and bought new trucks. And the new trucks are side loading trucks. Okay. You envision that? Remember the old garbage trucks, which were
Yeah,
backloaders?
yeah,
They,
but weren't. But anyway, go ahead. I'll get to that. Go ahead.
they would take the trash and they would throw it into the back of the bin and then move on to the next house. And when it was full, they'd put it into the truck and move on. Well, now they got these side loaders that reach out and grab your garbage can and dump the
Yeah,
garbage in. Okay. The new trucks are a few feet wider. So now with the side loader, they can't fit down the alleyways in some of these older communities. So what they've done, this makes no sense to me, is some brilliant minds sat there and said, okay, we can get these new, I think, electric or, more efficient trucks. They're wider, they're bigger, and they only need one operator, just the driver. So you don't need a second person on the truck. That's going to save us money. That's going to help our bottom line. But oops, the trucks won't fit down the alleyway. So, okay, how are we gonna resolve this? Instead of using the old trucks again, they and move the new trucks maybe to communities that have wider, alleyways. Let's just send a letter to all of these people and tell them, just move your garbage from the back to the front. Well, I got to tell you, my house is up on a little bit of a hill, and I got basically a zero lot line. There's no way that I can get my garbage cans from the back all the way around in through my front yard, down the stairs, and out to the street. That's an inconvenience. Are they going to drop my rates? No. They also sent a notice that the rates are going to go up because they got to pay for these fancy trucks. Any
so
thoughts?
like this is the thing that I always thought was weird because typically, I mean, back home, back in Michigan, I don't know really now, but I'm going to say probably now, they we don't have the behind the alleys like they do up here in Frisco, McKinney, and all these places. We don't have that unless you're in a city. You have an alley. That's where an alley is. So trash has always been at the end of the driveway, always back there, always. Like that's never been an issue. So when I moved here and I started seeing these garages in the back, these little tiny alleyways, which are completely annoying, to be honest with you, because you
Yeah.
can't see, like, you're backing out of your driveway and you got kids coming. Like, it sucks. And you always put your trash at the end of the driveway. They come through with the side loader and pick it up. So I never understood the driveways, but the logic was it looks better, from the front. Your front of the house is nice looking. You can hide all that in the back, and then you don't have to deal with it like this illusion of prestige. And now, and that was designed by the cities and Frisco and all this and the builders. And now, so I'm like, you got new trucks without a vote. And I thought because I'm assuming, like, and I don't know how this works. I know it's a company, but shouldn't that be a voting thing? Like, or did the city spend money on the new trucks? Is this a
It it's
thing?
it's the city that sends out the bill for the collection of the trash and everything.
Right?
So they obviously have some control over it.
But they have the companies like that they go to, to
Yeah,
contract.
Waste Management or whatever the company
Yeah.
is that picks up the trash.
So they didn't send a notification saying, "Hey, we're gonna look at getting these new trucks." They just did it. Now, that's typical Frisco in a nutshell. Because, guys, I don't know if you know this. No offense to everybody I know in Frisco, but Frisco as a city is gone down the tubes big time. But we could thank the mayor for that. But anyway, um, so that is wild to me because I'm looking at your house in particular, and I'm saying, even for somebody, and again, I don't mean this. It's not like you're agile. You're not like you can't. You're couch ridden, but somebody in their 20s is going to struggle taking that trash all the. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just being honest here. Like, there's
Well,
no good path. It's not like you have a sidewalk that you can go, well, this is a pain in my butt, but I'm going to take this little sidewalk. No, it's the back of the house. Trash cans are big with the recycling crap, and then you've got this hill, and this little tiny, let me wedge between, then go down a hill because you got to take stairs to get to your front door.
but yeah, in my case, I have two options. I either got to drag my garbage cans, by the way, one at a time. I can't take both of them.
Now,
You got to take the garbage and the recyclables. I got to take it over the grass in between me and my neighbor's house.
yeah,
Got to go over my front yard, and the garbage can barely fits in the walkway that goes down to the street.
right.
Okay. The only other option, I live in the middle of my block. I can go out in the alley and I can take my garbage can that's on wheels up to the end of the block, around the corner, down the sidewalk, and back to my house.
Yeah, that's not going to work because here's the other thing too about the street. You still have people that park on that street. Number
Yeah.
one, it's a tight street. I mean, with everybody's trash cans and cars, and I don't see this. I, I don't understand because it's not about being lazy. It's about practicality. And I don't see it. How is that even going to happen?
Well, and part of it in my mind is just they want to call it progress. I
Yeah,
kind of see it as greed. You used to
agree.
have a garbage can. You used to have, like when we were growing up, you used to have a garbage can with a driver and usually two helpers in order to collect the trash. Okay, I can understand they came out with the new modern vehicles and everything that would help to pick up the trash and do it, and that eliminated some some workers. That eliminated jobs. Now you
100%.
further eliminated jobs because there doesn't even need to be a second guy on the truck. This is all automatic. And not only that, but a thing that's always bugged me is they this claw reaches out, grabs your garbage can, empties the garbage into the truck. Then when they put the garbage can back down on the ground, the lid is open. And I know that there is a way that they can do it slowly so that the lid closes. Now, what does that mean? If you're gone to work for 8 hours or more, and you got a garbage can sitting all in, I'm not just one garbage can, a row of garbage cans with the lids open and flies everywhere because the garbage can is left open. Now you're going to take those garbage cans, you're going to put them out in front of your house and create a cat, a pest, insect problem. this to me is just so ludicrous. But then they turn around and they say that your cost for trash pickup is going to go up. Now
Yeah.
I've got to do more work to put my trash out, and then you're going to raise my rates. Why? Because you got these fancy dancy new garbage trucks to make my life worse and your life easier. And
That's,
and
we're gonna we're gonna sit here and inconvenience everybody and do something without asking anybody, and then we're gonna charge you for it, and we're gonna probably lay off a bunch of people because we can't find jobs for them because we don't care.
Yeah, and I also don't have the option of picking up the phone and saying, "Excuse me, Acme Garbage Pickup. I would like to hire you to pick up my garbage now, and not this." No, you're locked in to a contract with the city for them to pick up at your place.
Well, it's a lot of times that way too. I mean, with a lot of things, there's a lot of parts of the towns and cities, and even in Frisco, like you can't shop for electric. You're stuck
Abs-
with the electric company. I'm in a position in McKinney where I have multiple choices. Like I
Okay.
have choices, and I've switched already in a year, just to get that deal and lower it a little bit. Um, now, as far as electric goes. But I mean, there's places where, like, God forbid anybody wants cable, which, I don't think anybody should ever buy cable, but that's just me. Although streaming services is getting just as bad, so who knows? But you go to some places like, no, you only got this opportunity, you only got this cable. Where my parents live, and mind you, it's 2026 almost, where they live, they got one option for cable and internet. That's it. And their stuff is trash.
Well, in my community, it's only been, I think, a year, maybe two now, that we've had fiber optic, that they put the fiber optic lines in. Before that, you only had a choice of two carriers to get your cable to your home
Yeah.
for Wi-Fi. And
They
and
and it's a monopoly, and the way they get away with it is, I mean, is they're like, well, we don't have the technology there yet. Nobody, we haven't done it yet. It costs this much, so they can get away with just like pigeonholing you and forcing you at gunpoint to do this. It's the same with the trash. We should be able to honestly opt out of what the city provides and have our own option for trash, like private pickup, where we go, hey, we're going to pay Big John's Trash, and they come out and they go to the back and they pick us up, and maybe it's a different day, and you know what I mean, and maybe they charge you a little extra for the can. I don't know,
yeah,
but it's ridiculous. Yeah,
I mean, that works for the benefit of the consumer is when there's competition. I mean, that's what's happened with our cellular service. The multiple cellular companies are out there always trying to offer you a better deal. If you're paying $80 a month for your cell service, we got a deal where we'll give you a phone and it's only going to be $50 a month. Then somebody else comes along and they're going to have a better deal. That puts the consumer in a position of deciding what is best for me
sure.
and what's it going to cost to say, look, what option do I have? Don't pick up my garbage.
No,
Uh,
yeah.
you got to do it.
Well, what this does is, you know what this is going to do? If and it probably won't because it's 2025 and there's a lot of kids that won't do this. If I was growing up during this time as a kid, I would be approaching houses like yours and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna come take your trash out every whatever, and guess what? I'm gonna come back after school and put your trash cans away, and I'm gonna charge you $10 a week." And people are like, it's only $10. Yeah, guess what? He gets 3 or 4 people doing that, and that kid's making $40 a week at the age of 12. And you got that, he's got 160
Yeah.
bucks a month. I mean, like, come on. I'm just
By
saying.
the time he's 16 years old, he's got raised enough money to put a down payment on his own house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and you're telling me that you wouldn't do it for 10 bucks?
You're absolutely right. So
Yeah.
when we were a kid, we used to shovel snow and cut grass in order to make a little money, and so the old man down the street didn't have to get up and cut his own grass. He'd be happy to sit in his easy chair and watch you out in front doing it.
And it's even better now because the argument's like, well, I don't have any cash. No problem. You can Venmo me, you can Zelle me, you can
Yeah,
Apple.
right,
Like
right.
you never have to have cash. I take all digital. And even if, God forbid, somebody's like, I want to put it on a card. Well, guess what? That 12-year-old can buy a little card reader to put it on his phone. Man, I'm telling you right now, I'd be doing it. I'm
That's right. And not only that, but he doesn't even have to stop to put gas in the
no,
lawnmower because it's all electric. He just takes out one battery and puts in another battery and takes off. Makes it so easy.
I tell you what, man, I'm about to go door to door in the morning and start asking anybody to move their trash can. Bucks. Oh, that kid's doing it for 8. I'll do it for 7. Come on.
That's that's competition, right? Exactly. But it's just so crazy. When I saw that notice that soon there is going to be garbage trucks that won't fit down your alley, so you got to take garbage out for. Not only that, but with the recyclables now, they sent out a letter telling you what you can put in your recyclable bin and what you can't, what has
They,
to
they,
go in the garbage.
they've literally stopped taking certain items that they used to take.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
because it's the
It's
recycling thing,
like plastics, especially the plastics. We always used to look and see if the box or the plastic bottle or whatever had that little triangle on the bottom, that was recyclable. No,
I
no, no. It's got to have a certain number or letter on it to be recyclable. Otherwise, it's got to go in the garbage.
know. I know.
Well, whoever thought that we would have a conversation about what is garbage and how to dispose of it properly?
I don't know. City of Frisco at its finest right now, guys.
Yeah, but folks, that's why we have a show called Trash Talk. And and you just got a lesson in trash talk.
Yeah. All right. No,
So go out and make it a good one. Come on then back next week and we'll talk about more trash, but maybe not the kind that you have to recycle.
hopefully
See
not.
ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.